Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Service for the Community. I am your host, Lauren Culver, and today we have three guests. The first one is Jeff Lickey, the treasurer from Rotary Club, Rob Whitcomb from the Optimist Club, and Joette Coons, the president from Garden Club. Thank you guys all for coming on and talking with us today about what's going on. So first off, with the Rotary Club, you guys have a paper sale going on.
Yeah, this starts our really busy season. So on the first weekend in December, we'll be out with the Rotary Goodfellows edition. And it's got stories about what we've done all through the year, so it truly is our paper. But we'll be standing on every corner in Clarkston, and hopefully you'll get your dollar out, or $5 or $20 would be nice. In fact, occasionally we even get a person who has been particularly affected by our program, and we'll see a $100 bill, or they'll go around the corner and park, and you can see them write out the check and come back, and
Wow.
we'll get something in our neighborhood of $100. But we'll be out there selling the papers on Friday and Saturday, and then the following week we'll use that money to buy shoes for kids in the Clarkston school system. And it's a real community event because the manpower is more than what we can provide with our club. So the Optimists have been real big in joining with us, both in the paper sale, and I think you call it Octasocks they provide. In addition, on the day that we're providing the shoes, the Lions Club will show up with a screening mechanism, so they'll do eye checks on kids during that day. And over the years, they've found a number of kids who have really needed glasses. So it's been real good from that point of view. And then we have a couple other organizations, including a number of churches, that show up on that day and provide gloves and mittens and some hats. So it's a real community event, and it's a real satisfying event. It's good. All they ask is, if you don't want to give money, that's just fine, but pull up to the edge of the light. Every now and then we'll get somebody who gets real nervous and they hang back 200 or 300 yards and blocks up traffic, and that's a mess. But and the other one is, don't run us over.
Yeah, please. You guys will wear bright colored.
Bright colors,
yeah.
and we've got some big barrels, construction barrels that we put out there that hopefully give us a little space to work in. And it's a real satisfying day. It's a very enjoyable thing to do, that by the time you've said Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for 2 or 3 hours, you really start getting into the spirit. And it's enjoyable and it's good.
Cool. And that's December 12th?
The shoes for kids is actually December 12th. And the qualifying for the students that are the kids that come to get the shoes is done through the social workers at the high school. So we don't select the students ourselves. It's done by a third party. But the paper sales is done the week before that. So it's done on, I guess it'd be the 4th and 5th this year.
Okay.
That Friday and Saturday. We'll be out there from the time the sun comes up until the time the sun goes down.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You guys really go all out for it.
Yep.
Awesome. So then also with the Optimist Club, you guys have the Holiday Lights Parade going on.
Yes, we'll be participating in the Holiday Lights Parade, and after the parade, you can come down to Depot Park, where our famous brat trailer will be serving hot dogs and brats. Everybody can enjoy the evening and have a little food.
Awesome. Do you need any volunteers for that with the Optimist Club at all?
Well, we always love to have volunteers. We would prefer to have them come probably to our weekly meeting Wednesdays at the local Methodist church at 7:30 in the morning, see what Optimists are all about. We have a great group.
Awesome. So then I guess along with the holidays and that, you guys have a ice rink coming in at Depot Park,
yes, right? Our previous president, Tom Middleton, created a program for an ice rink in Depot Park, which will be set up as soon as the weather's appropriate to fill it and freeze the water. It's a great community sponsored or Optimist sponsored community project. Everybody can come down, it's free, and they can skate around and enjoy the winter. The what is it, Shiver by the River will be held in January. And again, we'll sponsor that event, which utilizes the ice rink, allowing children to come and skate. We provide them with free chili for the event. And again, we'll have our brat trailer selling brats and hot dogs at the event.
Well, hopefully, it sounds like this weekend the weather's going to start to get cool enough for the ice rink, but we'll see. It seems the weather's been very different this year.
Should be up pretty soon.
Yeah, hopefully. I like ice skating, so that'll be fun.
Hope to see you out there.
Yeah, I'll have to go get some skates. So with the garden club, what else is going on with you guys?
Well, the week of December 5th will be very busy around Clarkston, along with the Rotary selling their papers. The Garden Club has a greens market, and this greens market's been going on for 25 years. And we sell fresh greens. We also sell fresh arrangements. A greens market is an old women's farm and garden club event that it started in the 20s when there was no florist per se to do as many things as there, as many places to get those greens now. And so we have some talented ladies, and this year we're going to be at Calvary Lutheran Church on Bluegrass, and we will have arrangements made by club members, and some of those people are designers. And lots of little things for that you could purchase for nursing homes or teachers or for your own home. And so this sort of ends our year, but everybody in our club is part of that. And then we just finished a round of mini grants. The schools, teachers in the schools, Clarkston schools, have given us proposals for mini grants. And so we funded about $4,000 worth of mini grants. And those mini grants, that money comes from things like our greens market. And so in the classrooms, I know at Pine Knob, they're going to be raising salmon.
Wow.
And so the students will see the life cycle of the salmon. And so that's from a mini grant that we've given them. And we've given mini grants for bottle gardens and cell phone, solar-powered cell phone batteries, just a whole group of things. It's a science curriculum that goes along with their curriculum in school. It's a science core curriculum. So
where are the students raising the salmon?
at Pine Knob.
At Pine Knob?
In the school, yes.
Oh,
in the
wow.
school at Pine Knob. So
That's really interesting.
yes, they went over to Grand Rapids. They shared some pictures with us. They went over to Grand Rapids to purchase the salmon, so the salmon eggs and I think some baby salmon. I'm not really sure. So the kids will see from the salmon eggs to the birth, and
Wow, that's a really cool experience for them.
absolutely.
Huh.
And so we work with the schools and we work with the community. You will see we do the Main Street Planters, which were just changed out last week for Christmas.
Oh, yes.
To get ready for the Rotary. But the Rotary does the lighting on the posts, and the Garden Club does the planters. So we've got fresh birch and greens in our planters, and we'll have some more embellishments as it gets closer to Christmas, and those will stay. But if people drive down Main Street or M15, over the 12 months, you'll see different planters. Somebody said it's always welcoming when you have flowers in a community.
Yeah. Makes it feel more homey. I guess.
So, but I think that's one of the great things about nonprofits. We sort of work together. The Rotary's been doing this since the early 40s. I'm not sure when. We had barrels before we had these nice planters we have. So we've been doing it for over 20, 30 years ourselves. So.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that really goes back to the fact that communities don't happen. People cause things to happen in a community, and that's one of the things that makes our community nice, is the fact that we've got some pretty flowers for when you come in. And,
Yeah.
But lights,
That's a good
we
point.
also
Yeah,
have lights. The
lights.
Rotary
Yeah.
gave the lights, so it's those things are, and they just don't happen. It's
Everyone working together.
It's everyone working together, and we welcome people to all of our organizations. So, and you can always catch, each of us have a website, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then, Jeff, along with the school topic that we were just discussing, you guys have an update with your youth exchange.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah.
So Rotary's Youth Exchange Program is where we exchange students from Clarkston High School to any one of 30 countries around the world. And this year, one of the presentations I made was actually to the Joy Club, the Junior Optimist Club, and got a lot of interest there. So we have 4 students from Clarkston High School who have said,
Wow.
we want to go overseas. 2 of them will be graduates this year, so they're going to go out in their gap year, and 2 of them will exchange a year of Clarkston High School for whatever high school they wind up going to in the foreign country. Talked to one of the students who wants to go to France.
Oh.
And given what just happened over there, there was a great deal of concern, and he pointed out much more eloquently than I can, amazing kid, that you can't let that stop you.
Yeah.
That if we close our borders and we don't talk with people, then we become enemies.
Yeah.
But if that person becomes your friend, if you've spent time with them, if you've spent time with their brothers and their sisters and their parents, and they become a friend, then we'll stop all this nonsense. And that's part of the youth exchange program. The other part is you as a person will develop. You're going to grow. From a selfish point of view, you're going to do better in school. And when your job interview comes, you're going to be first.
Yeah.
If you can say, not only do I speak the language, but I know the culture. Because cultures are different. And if I know the culture, I'll be able to do better for you, the business person or the university or wherever you wind up working. So it's tremendous. Excited to see 4 students going out.
That's cool.
Over the years, we've only had maybe 1 a year at best. So having 4 is fantastic.
Wow.
So,
That's really
yeah.
awesome news.
Yeah.
So, along with things that are going on in the world, you also have a video that you brought in about polio.
Yes. In this video, it shows the drops. And the technology behind getting rid of polio is nothing more than a vaccine. The vaccine needs to be kept cool, and that's it. And in the video, we'll take a look at giving the drops to the kids. And are we queued up and ready to go on that?
Poliomyelitis was, in many ways, the AIDS of its day in terms of emotional impact, of the worry that parents had, the way communities responded. Today, so few people know about polio.
जब से चली ही, जब फिर 5 साल का पूरा हो गया कोर्स तो फिर पिलाई नहीं। जब सब बच्चे कूदते फानते हैं तो इसकी तरफ से दुख लगता है।
This is team composition. 3 persons with the team. Today they have to cover 120 houses. So on number 1 house to 120 house.
Success is possible, and we are putting every energy, every effort into that.
They have 125,000 workers who are going from door to door. It's a huge mobilization exercise that Rotarians are really initiating and successfully carrying out. If polio is not eradicated, it'll come back as strongly as it ever has in the past. No child anywhere in the world will be safe.
It's not just my family or my community anymore. If there's polio anywhere in the world, that's my community. Polio today is a global issue.
You have the last one, but walk it because the goal is there, and that goal must be reached.
I watched a father bring his baby this morning to be immunized. He shook each of the Rotarians' hands and put his hand to his heart as if to say thank you for saving this child.
99% of the job is done. We cannot give it up only at the last hurdle. We've got to cross that hurdle. And believe me, the job that is to be done can be done.
Yes, so along with that video, you also had an update.
Yeah, I'd like to, a little bit of an update. We've been at this for 30 years. We thought we could do it pretty fast, and so 30 years later and billions of dollars later, and a number of organizations have joined us. But in the month of September and the first 2 weeks in October, there were no reported polio cases any place in the world.
Wow.
So we're getting close. As we say, we're this close.
Yeah.
It's getting there. It's amazing that we've been able to eliminate it in Africa. We thought that would be almost impossible. So we're down to just 2 states, Afghanistan and Pakistan. And you can imagine where the problem is. It's where all the fighting's taking place. But even there, we're down to just a few cases. But the important thing is that it's got to go to 0, because it's only a plane flight away. That we've had cases in the United States in areas where people have refused to vaccinate their kids. Somebody traveled, picked up the disease, brought it back, and polio is an amazing virus because it knows how to get into the human being. And so it came back, and we had to do what they call a SWAT, where you go in and immunize every child you can find in a 6-mile radius, and hopefully you stop the transmission at that point. But the fact that we've had 6 weeks with no reported cases is just fantastic. And one other thing, if somebody watching this would like to participate, I actually had the pleasure of going on several of these trips, and a couple of people you saw in that video were people who organized them. There's one that goes to Ethiopia that is just fascinating. So if that's something somebody'd be interested in, let me know. Awesome.
Yeah. And how can they get a hold of you?
Probably the easiest way is just go to the Rotary website, clarkstonrotary.org, and my name's on there, and you'll find me, or call up the studio.
Yeah,
and you
we'll
can
figure
track
out a
us
way.
down.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way.
Yeah. Good.
Awesome. So along with the Optimist Club, you guys have an essay contest.
Yes, we
up.
do. Right. As Jeff mentioned previously, having worked with our Joy Clubs, our Junior Optimist Clubs, we have a large presence within the entire Clarkston school system, different organizations, Joy Clubs in the school system that builds leadership. And one of our events that's upcoming is an essay contest. And the essay contest is basically, let's see what the theme is, lead by example, reality or fiction. So we invite children to get involved with the essay contest and produce an essay which we then will pick a winner of. Is that correct, Anna? And that's just one of the many things that we do within the school system.
Awesome. Is there a certain age range for the essay contest?
I don't think we put any age range in it, did we? No.
Cool. So all can participate.
You'd be surprised the quality of essays you get from the youngest of children.
That's good to know, though. That's awesome. And then also coming up down the road, you have an annual dinner dance.
Yes, that's one of my favorite projects. We hope to make this an ongoing top event in the Clarkston community. This year, the theme of it is an evening of elegance. It's going to be held in April, on the 23rd of April, a Saturday evening. We will have live entertainment, dancing. It's at the Pine Knob Carriage House. It should be a very fine event.
Awesome. So, kind of wrapping it all up, is there anything else you guys wanted to share from each of your groups?
Just don't run us over.
Don't run us over. That's a good
Yeah, I'll
message.
probably be out with them, so I second that.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that you will come and take a look at the Greens Market. You need to be there early. Sometimes we have a line of waiting to open, and it's a great event for us. And all the proceeds go back into your community to education and the civic improvements. We are working, if you go to the library, we're working on the landscaping around the statuary, which will be a springtime event for us. So, but we all sort of work together, and wherever we can, and that helps bring a greater force to the problem or project.
Awesome. Well, thank you all again for coming on and giving us another update. And that will do it for this episode of Service for the Community.